everyone, it's Cleofe again and welcome to Crafting Shed. For today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to crochet this asymmetrical design poncho. This is a very simple project. Just crochet one piece of rectangle, fold sideways in half, and seam the top side, and it's done. It has both neckline design and drapes over your shoulders, and just slip over your head to wear it. This starts with a wave and chevron crochet pattern at the first quarter of the piece. Then just simple double crochet stitches the rest of the 3 quarters. And I just love the change of color from dark to light, which gives it a dramatic effect. And this can be worn also this way with the buttons in front. And this would be what it looks like in the back. And now, let's get started! For the materials, I used 3 skeins of Pantone Bumbo yarn. This has 5 colors in one package. And this is in Cherry Cheesecake color. And 2 skeins of this soft and shiny cream colored yarn by Loops and Thread. So 2 skeins of this, and this is in cream color. So this is the Pantone Bumbo yarn, and in one package it comes with 5 colors which are separated. And for purposes of this project, this will be yarn A, this one will be yarn B, this middle color will be yarn C, and then the lighter ones will be yarn D, and then the lightest one will be yarn E. And feel free to arrange it differently according to your preference. And I also use size H 5mm crochet hook, a pair of scissors, blunt needle, markers, tape measure, and 4 pieces of buttons 25mm in size. Now let's start with yarn A, the darkest color of the Pantone Bamboo yarn. So start with a knot and chain 200. So for this pattern, it's a multiple of 6 plus 2. And this is now 200 chains. And next is foundation row. So single crochet in second chain from hook. So 1, 2, single crochet in this chain, single crochet in the next chain, and in each chain across. Continue the pattern across. I'll be cutting off my video and I'll be back when I'm done with my foundation row. And this is now what my foundation row looks like. Row 1. Still using yarn A. We're going to chain 1, turn, skip the first stitch, skip this one, and half double crochet in the next stitch right here. So half double crochet, double crochet in the next stitch, then 3 treble crochets in the next stitch. So yarn over twice, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, 2 loops, and 2 loops. This is our first treble crochet, another treble crochet in the same stitch, and another treble crochet in the same stitch. So 3 treble crochets in the same stitch. Then double crochet in the next stitch, half double crochet in the next stitch, and single crochet in the next stitch. And this is what it looks like. Then repeat the pattern, half double crochet in the next stitch, double crochet in the next stitch, 3 treble crochets in the next stitch, in the same stitch. So 1 treble crochet, 2nd treble crochet, and 3rd treble crochet in the same stitch. Double crochet in the next stitch, half double crochet in the next stitch, and single crochet in the next stitch. And this is what it looks like. Repeat, half double crochet, double crochet, 3 treble crochets in the same stitch, 1, 2, and 3 treble crochets in the same stitch, double crochet in the next stitch, half double crochet, and single crochet in the next stitch. So repeat this pattern across. I'll be cutting off the video and I'll be back towards the end of the row. And I'm now here towards the end of the row. I'm just going to do the last repeat. So next is half double crochet in the next stitch, double crochet in the next stitch, 3 treble crochets in the next stitch, 1, 2, 3 treble crochets in the same stitch, then double crochet in the next stitch, half double crochet in the next stitch, and to end this row, single crochet on the last stitch. So on the last stitch here, single crochet on this stitch to end the row. But at this point, we're going to switch to yarn B. So don't finish the last stitch, the last single crochet. Drop yarn A and yarn over yarn B like this and pull through to finish the last stitch of row 1. So this is how to end row 1 and tie the 2 yarns together. So this is how to end row 1, and this is what row 1 looks like. Row 2, using yarn B, chain 1, turn, skip the first stitch, skip this stitch, single crochet in the next stitch, single crochet in the next 2 stitches. So 1, 2, then 3 single crochets in the next stitch. So right here, 3 single crochets, 1, 2, and 3. 2 single crochets in the next, single crochet in the next 2 stitches. So 1, 2, then single crochet 3 together in the next 3 stitches, or SC3 tog stitch. So to do that stitch, insert in the first stitch. So to SC3 tog, insert, yarn over, pull through, insert in the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, then insert in the third stitch, yarn over and pull through, and there should be 4 loops in the hook. Yarn over and pull through all 4 loops, and we just did the SC3 tog stitch. Then repeat the pattern, single crochet in the next 2 stitches, 3 single crochets in the next stitch. So right here, 3 single crochets, 1, 2, and 3 in the same stitch, single crochet in the next 2 stitches, 1 and 2, and then SC3 tog again in the next 3 stitches. So insert, yarn over, pull through, insert in the second stitch, yarn over, pull through, insert in the third stitch, yarn over, pull through, then yarn over and pull through all 4 loops. And this is what it looks like. Repeat the pattern, single crochet in the next 2 stitches, 1, 2, 3 single crochets in the next stitch, 1, 2, 3, single crochet in the next 2 stitches, so 1, 2, then SC3 tog in the next 3 stitches. So first stitch, second, and third. Then yarn over and pull through all 4 loops. So repeat this pattern across. I'll be cutting off the video and I'll be back towards the end of the row. I'm here now towards the end of the row. I just did the 3 single crochets. Next is to continue the pattern. Next is single crochet in the next 2 stitches. Then SC3 tog in the next 3 stitches. So 1, 2, 3. Then single crochet in the next 2 stitches. Single crochet in the next 3 single crochets in the next stitch. 1, 2, and 3. Single crochet in the next 2 stitches. So 1, 2. Now to end this row, we're going to do SC2 tog. So instead of 3, just 2. So insert in the next stitch. So to SC2 tog, insert in the next stitch. So right here. Yarn over, pull through. Insert in the last stitch. Yarn over, pull through, and then 3 loops in the hook, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. So this is how to end row 2, and this is what row 2 looks like. Row 3, still with yarn B, same yarn. Just repeat row 2 just to show you. Chain 1, turn, skip the first stitch and single crochet in the next stitch. Single crochet in the next 2 stitches. So 1, 2, single crochet, 3 single crochets in the next stitch. So right here. 1, 2, 3 single crochets. 2 single crochet in the next 2 stitches. 1, 2, and then SC3 tog in the next 3 stitches. So 1, 2, and 3. Then yarn over, pull through all 4 loops. Then repeat the pattern, single crochet in the next 2 stitches, 3 single crochets in the next stitch, single crochet in the next 2 stitches, then SC3 tog again. So repeat this pattern across. I'll be cutting off the video and I'll be back towards the end of the row. And I'm here now towards the end of the row. I just did the SC3 tog. And to continue, single crochet in the next 2 stitches. 2, 3 single crochets in the next stitch. 1, 2, and 3. Single crochet in the next 2 stitches. 1 and 2. Now to end this row, SC2 tog. So insert in the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, insert in the last stitch, yarn over, pull through, and yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. But at this point, we're going to switch to yarn C. So don't finish the last stitch. Drop off yarn B and take yarn C. yarn over, yarn C, and pull through. And this is how to end row 3. Tie the yarns together, and this will be ready for the next row. And this is what row 3 looks like. Row 4, now with yarn C, chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, turn, skip the first stitch, so skip this one and treble crochet in the next stitch. So here, treble crochet on this stitch, then double crochet in the next stitch, half double crochet in the next stitch, single crochet in the next stitch, back to half double crochet in the next stitch, double crochet in the next stitch, then TR3 tog, treble crochet 3 together in the next 3 stitches. So to TR3 tog, yarn over twice, insert in the first stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Yarn over twice again, insert in the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over twice again, insert in the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, now 4 loops in the hook, yarn over and pull through all 4 loops. And we just did TR3 tog stitch, and this is what it looks like. Then repeat the pattern, double crochet in the next stitch, half double crochet in the next stitch, single crochet in the next stitch, back to half double crochet in the next stitch, double crochet in the next stitch, then TR3 tog in the next 3 stitches. So yarn over twice, insert, yarn over twice, insert in the second stitch, and yarn over twice and insert in the third stitch. Then pull through all 4 loops. Then repeat the pattern, double crochet in the next stitch, half double crochet in the next stitch, single crochet in the next stitch, and this is what it looks like. Then half double crochet, double crochet in the next stitch, then TR3 tog in the next 3 stitches. So repeat this pattern across. I'll be cutting off the video and I'll be back towards the end of the row. So I'm here now towards the end of the row. I just did the TR3 tog. To continue, double crochet in the next stitch, half double crochet in the next stitch, single crochet in the next stitch, half double crochet in the next stitch, double crochet in the next stitch. Then to end this row, we're going to do a TR2 tog. So instead of 3, just 2 stitches together. So yarn over twice, insert in the first stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over twice again and insert in the second stitch. And then there should be 3 loops in the hook. Then yarn over and pull through all 3 loops to end row 4. So this is how to end row 4, and this is what row 4 looks like. Row 5, still with yarn C, chain 1, turn, skip the first stitch, single crochet in the next stitch, single crochet in the next stitch, and in each stitch across. So simple pattern for this row. So repeat this pattern across. I'll be cutting off the video and I'll be back towards the end of the row. And I'm here now towards the end of the row. I'm just going to continue with the pattern, single crochet in each stitch until the last stitch. And then on the last stitch, we're going to switch to yarn D. So don't finish the last stitch, the last single crochet. Drop off yarn C and take yarn D. Yarn over yarn D and finish the last stitch to get ready for the next row. So tie the yarn together, and this is how to end row 5, and this is what row 5 looks like. Row 6, still with yarn D, just repeat row 5, which is chain 1, skip the first stitch, single crochet in the next, and single crochet in the next stitch and each stitch across. So repeat this pattern across. I'll be cutting off the video and I'll be back towards the end of the row. Just simple pattern again for this row. I'm here now towards the end of the row. I'm just going to continue with the pattern with single crochet in each stitch across until the last stitch of the row. So right here, end with single crochet on the last stitch. And this is how to end row 6, and this is what row 6 looks like. Row 7. Row 7 is the start of the pattern repeat. So still with yarn D, repeat row 1, which I already showed you. I already showed you row 1, so just repeat that row, that pattern. And this is what row 7 looks like. So for row 7, don't finish the last stitch because we're going to switch back to yarn A. So before starting row 8, drop yarn D, and then so drop this yarn. This is yarn D. Drop this yarn and take yarn A again, which is the dark colored yarn. This one. So yarn over this. So let's take this one again. Yarn over this yarn A and pull through to finish the last stitch of row 7. And now we're ready to start row 8. Row 8, repeat row 2 and back to yarn A. So row 2, as I've shown you already, is chain 1, turn, skip the first stitch and single crochet in the next stitch, and single crochet in the next 2 stitches, and 3 single crochets in the next stitch. So I'm just showing you a little bit to refresh your memory. So this is repeat of row 2, and this is what row 8 looks like, which is a repeat of row 2. Row 9, still with yarn A, repeat row 2 again. So same pattern, showing you a little bit again. And this is what row 9 looks like. So for row 9, since we're going to switch to yarn B, don't finish the last stitch. So this is what row 9 looks like. And now before starting row 10, drop yarn A because we're going to switch to the next yarn color. So drop yarn A, take yarn B, this yarn over yarn B, and finish the last stitch of row 9 like this. And now we're ready for row 10. So row 10 with yarn B, repeat row 4. So row 4, just to refresh your memory, is chain 4, turn, skip the first stitch, and treble crochet in the next stitch, double crochet in the next stitch, half double crochet in the next stitch, and single crochet in the next stitch. So this is row 4 repeat. And this is what row 10 looks like, which is a repeat of row 4 with yarn B. Row 11, still with yarn B, repeat row 5. So row 5 is a simple pattern, which is just a single crochet in each stitch all the way across. So this is what it looks like. And this is what row 11 looks like. So at the end of row 11, don't finish the stitch because we're going to switch to yarn C. Meanwhile, I'm showing you what row 11 looks like, which is a repeat of row 5. Row 12. So drop yarn B and take yarn C and finish the last stitch of row 11. And we can start now with row 12. So your row 12 with yarn C is a repeat again of row 5, which is single crochet in each stitch across. And this is now what row 12 looks like with yarn C and a repeat of row 5 pattern. Row 13, still with yarn C, repeat row 1 again. So row 1 is the shell looking row. So with the 3 treble crochets right here in the same stitch. So this is row 13, yarn C, and a repeat of row 1. And this is what row 13 looks like. So for row 13, we don't finish the last stitch because we're going to switch back to yarn C, yarn D. Row 14, so drop yarn C and take yarn D again. So drop yarn C, take yarn D, yarn over yarn D, and finish the last stitch of row 13. And now we're ready for row 14. Row 14 with yarn D, repeat row 2, which I already showed you. And this is what row 14 looks like. Row 15, still with yarn D, repeat row 2 again. So same pattern, same yarn for row 15. So just showing you a little bit of how the row pattern looks like. And this is now what row 15 looks like. And for row 15, don't finish the last stitch because we're going to switch to yarn E, the last change color. So drop yarn D and take the yarn E, the lightest color of the Pantone bamboo yarn. So drop color yarn D, take yarn E, and yarn over and pull through. And tie the 2 yarns together. And now we're ready for row 16. Row 16 with yarn E is a repeat of row 4. So just to refresh, row 4 is chain 4, turn, skip, and treble crochet in the next stitch. Then double crochet in the next stitch, half double crochet, and single crochet. So this is just a little bit of refresher, but you can go back to row 4. And this is now what row 16 looks like with yarn E. Row 17, still with yarn E, repeat row 5. So row 5, as I mentioned, is the easiest row, which is just a single crochet in each stitch across. So simple pattern for this row. And this is now what row 17 looks like. So for row 17, don't finish the last stitch because we're going to switch to the cream colored yarn. Row 18. So here is the cream colored yarn, the soft shiny by Loops and Threads. So take this yarn, drop yarn E, and yarn over the cream colored yarn like this. Finish up the last stitch of row 17, tie the yarn, and then with cream yarn for row 18, chain 2, turn, skip the first stitch, skip this one, and double crochet in the next stitch, double crochet in the next stitch, and in each stitch across. So simple double crochet stitch across. So repeat this pattern across. I'll be cutting off the video and I'll be back towards the end of the row. So I'm here now towards the end of the row. I'm just going to continue with the pattern, double crochet in each stitch all the way across to the last row. Here. So this is the last row, the last stitch, I mean. So double crochet on the last stitch. This is how to end row 18, and this is what row 18 looks like, the start of the double crochet. So without switching yarn color anymore, just stick with the cream yarn, cream colored yarn. Repeat row 18 until piece measures about 19 inches or your desired length. So I'm going to continue my work. I'll be cutting off the video and I'll be back when I'm done with 19 inches of my piece to show you the next step. And this is now what my piece looks like after crocheting up to 19 inches. And let me just show you the side. There are extra yarns here on the side, right here. So what I'm going to do is hide these extra yarns with a single crochet row. So I'm just going to crochet, single crochet across this row. And it would look like this. So now the extra yarns are hidden. So with the right side facing up, fold the piece from left to right halfway. And it would look like this, folded halfway. And this measures about 32 inches. So from side to side. Now what we're going to do next is take our tape from top to bottom. This is about 19 inches, as I said. Now we're going to take our tape measure and from the folded side, measure about 11 inches and put a marker. And then this will be our neck opening. Then from the marker, measure another 12 inches and put another marker. So between these markers, from this marker, we're going to sew the two edges together using single crochet up to the next marker here. And this will remain open. And this is now what the piece looks like. This is the neck opening and the sides are now sewn together using single crochet. So flip the piece right side out and it should look this way. So this is now right side facing out. So on this Here, we're going to put our 4 buttons, and they're 4 inches apart, 4 pieces of button, 4 inches apart. So sew the button onto the piece. So after sewing the buttons onto the piece, weave the ends and clean up all the tails, and we're done. And this is now what the piece looks like, all cleaned up and all done. Here is the close-up of the wave and chevron pattern. And thank you very much for watching. I hope you like this video, and please subscribe.